This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Court wants a medical report of businesswoman accused of husband's attempted murder. A November 8 return date has been set for businesswoman Vanessa Johnson Lee to supply the Kingston and the St. Andrew Parish Court with a medical report. Johnson Lee, who is charged with the attempted murder of her husband, is contending that she was the victim of abuse. Allegations are that she used her BMW motor car to hit her husband on Constant Spring Road, St. Andrew in 2021. It is also alleged that she had threatened to kill him. The accused, however, denied the allegations, claiming it was her husband who had battered her, resulting in her having to undergo surgery. This morning, when she appeared in court, a new mention date was scheduled for her to bring her medical report. Bail was extended by the court. King's counsel Tom Tavares Finson and attorney at law Marcus Moore are representing the accused. Former worker implicated in Spanish Town Courthouse fire forecourt Friday. Former Justice Ministry employee Romario Keith Gopal is to appear in the St. Catherine Circuit Court on Friday on charges of office break-in, larceny, and arson. Gopal's case was transferred from the St. Catherine Parish Court on Monday on a voluntary bill of indictment. The allegations are that on July 24, fire destroyed a section of the St. Catherine Parish Court office at Emancipation Square in Spanish Town. Investigations revealed that the perpetrator forcibly entered the building, stole monies from a safe, and set fire to the property to cover the crime. A probe was launched which resulted in Gopal arrested on suspicion of office break-in, larceny, and arson. He was charged by the Spanish Town Police following a question and answer session. Man hospitalized after Mandeville motor vehicle crash. A man has been hospitalized following a two-vehicle crash on Manchester Road in the vicinity of Northern Caribbean University in Mandeville on Tuesday afternoon. Preliminary reports are that shortly after 1 p.m., the drivers of two vehicles, a Nissan Sunny and a Range Rover, were traveling in opposite directions when the collision occurred. The driver of the Nissan Sunny was taken to hospital, where he has been admitted. The police have since diverted traffic through alternative routes. Boy dies in suspected suicide in Westmoreland. A young boy is suspected to have committed suicide in Mango Hall, Little London in Westmoreland on Tuesday morning. The police's corporate communications unit has confirmed the incident. The identity of the deceased is not yet known. However, unconfirmed reports are that the schoolboy graduated from the Little London Primary School in June of this year. Christiana taxi operators optimistic parking issue will be resolved soon. Taxi operators in Christiana, Manchester are optimistic that a resolution to the long-standing issue of inadequate parking spaces in the town will be found soon, following a stakeholders meeting on Monday. The meeting involving the police, business operators, and the political directorate was prompted by a protest by taxi operators last week after a standoff between one of their colleagues and the police. Shirley Johnson, a president of the Silver Streak Taxi Association, told the news there was very good discussion at Monday's meeting, so he expects that the harassment of taxi operators will no longer continue. But as taxi operators await a permanent solution to the parking issue, Mr. Johnson urged them to obey the rules of the police. He is hoping further discussions will take place with the police, taxi association representatives, and the political directorate in short order. Businessman Valentin Wint has said he remains committed to providing parking space and equipment to prepare a facility, but wants the Manchester Municipal Corporation to provide the material to prepare the area. Turks and the Caicos Islander crime situation shows the seriousness of Jamaica's gang problem, says a criminologist. Criminologist Dr. Jason McKay has said Monday's revelation by the Turks and the Caicos government that it is grappling with a rise in Jamaican-related gang activities demonstrates the seriousness of the gang problem in Jamaica. In an address to the territory's legislature, TCI Governor Nigel Dakin appealed for support from the Jamaican government to bring the situation under control. The TCI recorded 14 murders last month. Speaking with the news on Tuesday, Dr. McKay said the Jamaican government should offer any assistance necessary to its neighbor and use the opportunity for information gathering on Jamaican criminals in the Turks and the Caicos Islands.
We should really offer them any assistance necessary, and also try and get as much information from them on those gangs, because if they're giving trouble there, chances are they're wanted here. They've committed crimes here and we just can't catch them because they're over there, because that has become the new normal now. They commit offenses here, they take a boat to the Bahamas, they go through Mexico into the United States, or they go down to some other Caribbean island, like Turks and Caicos. So now, if they're more than likely, those gangs have some are wanted for crimes in Jamaica. I think they have a lot more of an appreciation of it since the 90s, when the Jamaican posses started to surface in England and the United States. But even now, I don't think that other countries realize that what we are facing is literally terrorists, and legislation exists in other countries to deal with terrorists differently from criminals. And that type of legislation that is required here will require approval from the international community. So this is an opportunity to push for that type of legislation with their blessing, because they are now realizing how big the problem is when they just have half dozen of them down there.
Police commissioner concerned about multiple murders a trend. Commissioner of Police Major General Anthony Anderson today raised a concern about what he called a trend in multiple murders. Anderson disclosed that so far this year, there have been 99 such incidents, resulting in 218 victims. He noted that in September alone, there were 18 instances of double murders, with one case of a triple homicide, with a total of 39 victims. With Jamaica's murder tally currently at 1,171, the police commissioner expressed a worry about the frequency of double murders. We believe that this trend is reflective of the ease with which more and more criminals have been able to acquire guns and ammunition, said Anderson at today's monthly press briefing of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Anderson also noted that in many of these incidents, including some where multiple persons have been targeted, some of the victims who were thought to be innocent bystanders were revealed through police investigations to have had close associations with the gunmen's targets. He stressed that persons who have close affiliations with criminals are at greater risk of becoming victims of gun violence. The commissioner's warning comes on the heels of the Constabulary Force's Operation Relentless 2 policing initiative, which was launched on September 23. Anderson disclosed that 106 persons have been arrested and 20 illegal firearms have been seized under the initiative so far. Of those arrested, 34 were taken into custody for illegal possession of firearm and 7 for murder. Anderson told the briefing that Operation Relentless 2 is expected to continue into 2023, even as he urged law-abiding Jamaicans to cooperate with the police in cracking down on crime. As we apply pressure on the spaces in which these criminals operate, you may see strange persons turning up in your community. Do not allow them to get comfortable in your community. If you see something, say something, said Anderson. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.